Welcome. Make sure my mic is right. Make sure everything is copacetic in here tonight. We are here to talk about Jonathan Does Comedy. That's the name of this man. This man has gone viral, ladies and gentlemen, for crying. He was crying in a video explaining to the world how a woman had stood him up. A woman had did him dirty. A woman had, ultimately broken his heart. And we're here to talk about it tonight. We're here to talk about the simp nature. We're here to talk about the emotional male. We're here to talk about it. I thought the way that this man displayed himself was absolutely simpish. Was absolutely emotional. Listen, man, I understand dating in the modern era is not easy. I mean, you got women, shaking their behinds, out here scamming men, out here, out here being promiscuous, out here just no type of women out here with the qualities of a wife. I understand what men are going through, but to get on camera, to get on Instagram and start crying and start moaning and groaning about it, listen, man, you gotta adjust to the system out here. Jonathan Does Comedy. I feel for you, brother, but this ain't the time for you to start moaning and groaning because, a couple of skeezers, a couple of thotties didn't return your phone call or they stood you up on a date. It happens, man. Move, move on. Find another shorty that probably won't, scam you. Cause I'm sure she scammed him. I'm sure she probably, cause we all know the games that women play in this era, man. They might talk to you for a little bit. You might ask them to go on a date. They may even ask you for a little bit of money. Hey, hey, we've been talking for a while. You think I could borrow a couple of dollars? Listen, man, I've seen it all. There's nothing, absolutely nothing that a modern woman can do that would surprise me. I've seen it all, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here to talk about Mr. Jonathan Does Comedy. We're going to play his video. Absolutely play his video. Now let's get into it. This is him. Jonathan Does Comedy. Now let's play his video of him moaning and groaning about how a woman stood him up. A woman stood him up, didn't return his phone call, and he's just butthurt. Absolutely butthurt about what happened. We're going to play his video and get into it. Give me a second, though. Hold on. Let's make sure. All right.
Would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that, I guess, is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father.
Listen, brother. You ain't... In this era, it's going to be hard to find that woman that wants to be, that wants to be a wife, that wants to turn a man into a husband. I mean, listen, man, it ain't easy. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's easy. That it's, that there's women out here that have those qualities, because it absolutely isn't easy. But to start moaning and groaning, let's get back into the video.
I'm trying to do everything.
Hold on. Now, this is the beginning of the video. I think I started it in the middle. So let's...
I just left it.
Hold on. Let me actually pause the music, too. Let's get it together forever, man. Hold on. Let's pause that real quick. Let's get into this, man. Talking.
Restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up.
He's been waiting 30 minutes for a girl to show up. Now, listen. He just said that he was waiting 30 minutes. I'm not waiting no 30 minutes for a shorty. I'm going to come clean. If you're not already there, if you haven't told me that you're already on your way, and by the time I step in the door, you're not there, then listen, I'm going to give you about a 5-minute grace period I ain't got time to be waiting on these thotties, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I get there before a girl and we're going on a date, I will give her a 5-minute grace period. You dudes gotta move accordingly. You gotta move militant. If a girl don't show up and you get there before her, she got 5 minutes to get there. And I don't care if she got kids. I don't care if she got a full-time job. I don't care. She got hobbies. She does karate. She does hair and babysit on the side. It does not matter. She got 5 minutes to walk through the door. If not, I'm gone. Straight up. Now that's off the rip. Now let's see what else he's talking about in this video.
And apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say.
You got stood up because you wasn't militant. You wasn't moving like a militant man, strong-minded men. You're coming in talking to this woman all simpish. You ain't moving pimpish, you're moving simpish. You sat there, you sat there for 30 minutes. 30 minutes of your day wasted because you chose to wait there for a hammer feet thotty with probably 2 necks, 2 baby daddies, 5 kids. Why? Value your time. Value your pride as well. Value your pride in your time, brother.
I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman.
That's your problem. You tried to do everything right in terms of being a gentleman for a thotty, for a skeezer. You wasn't being a gentleman to a lady, and that's what you guys are not realizing. You're being gentlemen. You're being, the upstanding gents to women that don't subscribe to that. These are not ladies. These are not the type of women that your mother was. These are not the type of women that the elder women in your family. These are not those types of women. These women listen to Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, City Girls, Lotto, Ice Spice all day long. Get D'd down by 3 dudes in a phone. They got a dude that pays for their food. They got a dude that drives them to work. They got a dude for every single activity. But you over here being an upstanding gent for what? Treat a thotty accordingly. That's where he messed up at.
Flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks.
And listen, that's another myth. These dudes that go to these dates with flowers, and we're going to talk about the consistency thing too, but why are you going to a first date with flowers? Why? This is your first time meeting her. This is your first time getting to know her. This is your first time. This is your first time for everything. And I understand you want to make a great impression. You want to come in with the flowers. You want to come in with the boxes of chocolate. You want to come in like, hey, I'm ready to be your man almost. But it looks desperate. It screams desperation. It screams, love me now. It screams, I want to be loved now. I can't wait. I can't wait to be your man. That's what it screams. Don't come to no first date with no flowers. You don't even know if you want to be with this girl. You don't even know if this is the type of woman you want to cuff, you want to marry, you want to sleep with. You don't know this girl well enough to be coming to. Listen, you come on a date with a girl that after you had a few dates with a girl and you really like her and you smashed a couple times. That's when you come with the flowers. You don't come with the flowers on the first date. You don't come with the flowers on the first date. After you smash a few times, after y'all linked up a few times, had a couple late night creeps, Maybe after the third or fourth smash session, then you come with the flowers. You don't come with the flowers on the first. You already gave her the gift. You done gave her the world already. Come on, man. And oh yeah, and we got to talk about the consistency thing. The consistency. That consistency thing, like, let's be honest here. That consistency, like it's a myth. Women want consistency from men that they want to be with. They don't want consistency from dudes they're not sure about. Dudes that are weird, emotional, suspect, broke. They're not looking for consistency from. They're looking for consistency from a dude with money, a dude that's giving them good D, a dude that can support them financially. These are the dudes they want consistency from. They don't want consistency from a simp. They don't want. They trying to get rid of you. They trying to block you off the phone. They trying to put you on the block list. They don't want consistency from a dude that's simping. They want consistency from a dude that's D'ing them down. A dude that's paying their bills. A dude that got money.
Let's get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day and the time.
He didn't pick the restaurant, the day and the time. He didn't figured out the temperature of the day. You know, he found out if it was gonna rain or it was gonna be sunny. Or he picked out the dress she should wear for the day. Like, he did all of this nonsense for a girl who didn't give two squirrel farts about him.
You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time.
That's the thing, man. These women don't value your time. You're overvaluating her. And this is a cautionary tale for a lot of men. Stop putting these women on these pedestals. Stop making them feel like they're special. Stop with the nonsense. Stop with the simping, the simpish behavior. This is your first date. You come in with flowers. You picked out the restaurant. You did all of it. You know what you should have did? Jonathan Does Comedy. This is what you should have did. You should have hit her up and you said, listen, I ain't taking you on no date. I ain't taking you to no movies. I ain't taking you out to no dinner. Let's meet up. Me and you. Let's meet up and build. Let's go to a park and talk. Let's meet up wherever you're trying to meet up at. It could be a coffee shop. It could be here, there. Don't come with no flowers. Don't come with no nothing. And come to the meeting with only $5 in your pocket. Don't come with no money. Don't come with no credit cards. Come with only $5, $5 funky dollars in your pockets. That's all you need to come to the function with. And if she comes and y'all build, y'all can have a good talk, then after that, take her on a date, on a legitimate date. But don't take her on no fancy date with flowers on the first, made up the first link. For what? For what? These women aren't respecting it. These women aren't respecting your handle. These women aren't respecting it at all. But you dudes are coming out here doing these things. You dudes are out here perpetrating these things. Why? Why are you doing it to yourselves? You know, it begs the question. For me, I want to know.
Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll keep it a buck. I'm not trying to clown this dude. I'm not trying to clown him. But he just comes off very emotional, very effeminate. And women can pick up on that. Women pick up on the effeminate nature. They pick up on the femininity of a man. And they ask themselves when they're talking to you, when they're on the phone with you, when they're building with you, when they're texting you, they're picking up on the effeminate nature and they're asking themselves, is this a guy I want to deal with? Is this a guy I want to meet up with? Is this a guy I want to talk to? And a lot of the times the answer is no. A lot of the times is nah, I'm not going to meet up with him. Nah, I'm not going to do this. Nah, I'm not going to do that. And, he just comes off very effeminate. Very feminine nature-ish.
I'm trying to do everything.
I mean, the fact that he even did a video like this, it screams effeminate. I mean, what man records himself crying about being stood up over a date? Like, what man does that? What man? Like, I'm confused. I'm trying to figure it out.
So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say.
Listen, Jonathan does comedy. I have something to say. You don't know what to say. I have something to say. Let me talk to you right quick. Let me put you on the screen right quick again. Let's do that right. Let's put you on the screen. Listen, man. Let's talk about it. And let me put my music back on. Hold on, bro. Let me get it together forever right quick. Hold on. Get my music together. All right. Jonathan does comedy. Stop being a simp, brother. Stop simping over these women. You came to a date with flowers. Why? And I really wish we could see what this girl look like, because if she has two necks, a gut with hammer feet, Frank's on the back of her neck, with 3 baby daddies and 2 kids, I mean, I really have to question your handle here. Like, you're really crying, breaking down over a woman like that? Are you serious? Jonathan does comedy. Are you serious? You're breaking down over a 270-pound woman with a gut, Frank's on the back of her neck, 2 chins. You're breaking down over that. This is what you're breaking down over. Jonathan does comedy. Pull yourself together. You're moving very effeminate. And that's the first thing. If this video happens to reach him, if this video ever happens to see this video, if this video reaches him, and I hope it does, bro, you come off effeminate. And women pick up on the effeminate nature. Just watching this video, I'm just thinking, like, you gotta ask yourself, does a woman really want to be with a man with this type of mentality? You know, when things get hard, when you're having issues in your relationship, you're having troubles, the man starts breaking down. He starts crying. Women lean on men to be the rock, to be the level-headed person, to be the strong-minded person, to be the strong-willed person in that relationship. You're breaking down because a woman stood you up. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. Pull yourself together. Jonathan does comedy. Stop being a simp. Stop being a simp. You're a simp. Jonathan does comedy. And I'm not trying to say this to clown you. I'm just telling you how it is. You are a simp right now. It's not, and that's not saying that you can't redeem yourself. Maybe you can redeem yourself. Maybe you can pull yourself together and realize that your time, your pride is more valuable than a woman belittling you and standing you up, and you allowing that to happen. Just like as I said, listen. If I tell a woman, hey yo, let's meet up, let's hang out, let's go on a little date or whatever, I give her 5 minutes. And even if she texts me and says, oh, listen, I'm running late, blase, blah. Listen, chick, broad, you got 5 minutes to get here. If you don't get here in 5 minutes, I'm gone. And don't call me, don't text me, don't tell me you're sorry. It's over with. Lose my number and go on with your life. And take care of your 3 kids. And maybe you can work things out with your 3 baby daddies. You feel me? But other than that, there's no hope. Just stop it. Jonathan Does Comedy. You're moving Aki. You're moving weird. You're moving like a simp. And I hate to see black men go out like this. I hate to see a man go out like this. Where's your pride? Where's your ego? This is what's going on. This is what's happening to men in 2023. This is what's going on. This is what men are allowing women to do to them. This is shameful. And I feel bad for him that he allowed this to happen. That he frankly allowed this to happen to him. And those are my thoughts. This is just me talking about Jonathan Does Comedy simping over a woman that stood him up. I don't know where they was going to date on. I don't know if it was a Taco Bell or what. Well, who knows where he was going to take this. He probably going to take it to somewhere fancy, a nice little 5-star dinner. He probably had something planned out real nice. I mean, if he had the flowers, I'm sure he probably had something planned out real nice for her. I'll give it to him. But listen, man, stop giving your time and your effort to these thoughts. And listen, that's another thing. Before I get out of here, I want to say this. Listen, you men have to know how to read a thought. Some of you men got your blinders on. You're looking real game goofy. You be sitting there talking to a girl that's giving you all the signs and indication that she's nothing but a thought, nothing but a low life. But just because she got a nice little butt, just because you like her smile, just because, you know, maybe you ain't getting none in a couple of weeks, couple of months, maybe you're in a drought, you start to simping. You start to, you know, show cracks in your game. You throw your pride and your ego aside and you just get the simping. You go out and buy the flowers with the chocolates, the Godiva chocolates. You go out and get, you know, you make reservations for 2 at the 5-star restaurant and you look game goofy when she stands you up. She's probably getting her back broken by one of her baby daddies in a rundown motel on the other side of town. While you out there with the Godiva chocolates and spent, you know, hundreds of dollars on flowers, was ready to drop hundreds of dollars on the dinner, looking game goofy. And those are my thoughts. Make sure you check in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. This is the check-in report. Let me hit the bell right quick. We out of here, man. I'm gone.